to Blueshirt
Underground Show,
the #1 Rangers podcast. Make sure you tune in and find out all the latest news. Let's go Rangers.
Blueshirt Underground, motherfucker!
Can't be as a Ranger fan. Can't be as a Ranger fan.
This is an unlawful gathering. This is an unlawful gathering. The truth is out there. The truth is out there.
This is the underground. This is new media. This is the underground. This is new media.
Ranger fans, report to the critical thinking hangar. Ranger fans, report to the critical thinking hangar.
And now here is the starting lineup for the New York Rangers. And now here is the starting lineup for the New York Rangers.
This is New York Rangers hockey. 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 This is New York.
And they're on their feet at the Garden. 5 seconds to go. The New York Rangers win the President's Trophy. They're #1 in the NHL in the regular season. What a year for the New York Rangers. A franchise record, 55 wins. A franchise record, 114 points. And for the 4th time in Rangers history, they have won the President's Trophy.
Oh, yeah! President's Trophy. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Blueshirt Underground Show. It is Wednesday, April the 17th, 2024. My name is Jim, President Jim. And as always, I'm joined by the one and only President Eddie Geik. Eddie, feeling very presidential.
We're all presidents today. It's President's Day for all Ranger fans.
President Morello is here. President Fishgold. President Lakem.
President
President Can. Head of Parliament.
He would be Prime Minister.
Prime Minister.
I gotta tell you, boys and girls, how are you doing?
Enjoy.
I'm doing great. Let's do it. Can't wait. Cannot wait to get this started. Let the flogging begin. I mean, come on. This is the matchup we want. The way I look at it, with the choices I had with the Phillies and the Pittsburghs, I would take this matchup. So it's all good with me. And the Rangers, before we get to the playoffs, the President's Cup. I mean, this is a team that they found a way to win. Came back. Guys was slumping. Other guys picked up the slack. The goaltending was iffy. Jonathan Quick came in and made it spiffy. Igor found his game after the All-Star break. He finished so strong. After the All-Star break, Jim, his save percentage was .931.
Wow. You love that save percentage too. You love those
Well, he
numbers.
was like around a 902 around before that.
It does. Wow. You're impressed. And he does not impress easy, my friend. President Geik is not easily impressed.
Listen, it was 931, 920. I'm not sure. The numbers get crazy in my head. 931 is really impressive. Well, we could see it. He's playing at the top of his game. And you know what? No, I don't even get into it yet. I'm just right in a celebratory mood. How many good things happened with the Rangers this year?
A quick footnote on Igor. His goals against and his save percentage and quicks, almost identical. Almost identical. Igor finished the season at 912, Quick 911.
Yeah.
Igor finished at 2.58 goals against, Quick 2.62. When you have a backup goalie putting up as good numbers as your starter, you know what that equals? El Presidente.
That's right.
El Presidente.
You could go through the lineup and why we are all presidents and prime ministers tonight. Because Adam Fox, let's start with Adam Fox.
President Fox.
President Fox had 17 goals, a career high. He had like 50 assists or so in a year where he missed some time. And he came on tremendously. And he's not even going to be in the Norris conversation because they're all obsessed with these other players. Like I said, the sexy players. We know who Adam Fox is.
Missed 10 games and still finished fourth on the team in scoring. Fourth.
Tremendous hockey IQ this guy has. So he's a presidente. No doubt about it. You know what? I'm even going to give... Now, I get on this guy once in a while, but Ryan Lindgren, I give an El Presidente.
President Lindgren.
President Lindgren. Because you know what? This guy gets hurt. It looks like he's going to be out for a year. Like you think it's over, and he comes back the game later. I mean, the durability, I mean, the stats don't prove it out, but the durability, the heart, the soul, maybe we don't sign him after next year, but still, at this point, El Presidente Lindgren. Larry, why are you starting with me? I'm on a good vibe. Why do we have?
He doesn't. I'll tell you this about Ryan Lindgren. He doesn't put up big numbers, but he puts up almost the exact same numbers every year. 17 points, consistent. 18 points, 15 points, 16 points, and 14 points. You can't get any more consistent than Ryan Lindgren.
That's right. So I give an El Presidente. I give an El Presidente. I give an El Presidente trophy to Braden Schneider, who stepped up in the second half of the season and had a wonderful end of the season. And the fact that he's got some mojo with Keandre Miller, which is unexplainable, that has improved Keandre Miller, who did not have a good season. I'll talk about how these Sam and Joe rewrote the entire season on that we were criticizing here in the chat room and all us undergrounders. We see, who is this calling? Is it
That's Ryan Lindgren?
Is it President of the United States?
That's Ryan Lindgren.
Oh, Ryan Lindgren. Charlie Lindgren's pranking me. Made those guys better. There was a time in this season when El Presidente, I know I'm going to take flack for this, but from certain guy, El Presidente, Jacob Trouba, I think he showed us what a captain is.
President Trouba.
He threw his helmet when he needed to.
He endures as much hatred as a real president.
Right. Really. He feels a lot of heat. And listen, Gustafson, El Presidente for a great start, replacing Fox during his injury.
Straight as a Grizzly's dick.
Absolutely.
That's right, Walter Matthau. You're correct. And also, a guy a lot of people wrote off, Zach Jones. He came in and, again, he had a little shaky start, but a lot of Ranger fans were clamoring for this guy at the end to be put in. So he deserves a Presidente trophy.
President Jones.
I think he was with the team the whole year, right? I don't remember him getting sent down. He might have been a healthy scratch most nights, but I don't think he ever went down.
The guy who I once declared has no future with this team.
Wow. I mean, everybody does that. I mean,
He still might not have a future with this team.
No, he might not.
But he might have a now.
Now with the playoffs, you got to be deep at defense.
We got Chad Ruedel.
I can't give him no Presidente.
Waiting to come over. Well, no, I'm just saying. We got we got deep depth.
All right, let's go with the forwards. Chris Kreider, 39 goals. He had some assists this year. Tremendous on the power play. I give him an El Presidente. El Presidente Kreider.
Chris
I got
Kreider,
no complaints.
a career high in assists. He's never had more than 25 assists. This year, 36 assists.
Yeah. This is
deep depth.
I gave El Presidente the quick.
Who's scoring all those goals if he's got 36 assists? Mika in a down year and Kreider gets all those assists. Who's scoring all those goals?
I don't know. Might be a lot of power players. Oh, maybe Panarin, maybe.
By the way, it should also be noted at the ripe old age of, I believe, 32, and I can't believe Chris Kreider is now 32. Played all 82 games, Eddie.
This has been a thing for him, I think.
All 82. First time.
But he always plays close, doesn't he? Maybe it's
79 last year, 81 the year before.
Yeah, so he's pretty solid.
He only averages 25 goals a year, though.
And then, all right, Mika's a bit of jet. I know everybody wants to get on him. His goal production was certainly down. There's no doubt about it. He was a little bit of frustration, a little frustrating, but the stats are still there. He plays a 200-foot game. What did he finish off up on faceoffs this year? Was he over 50%?
49-3.
I'll still give him a Presidente. I mean, the guy kills penalties. He plays the power play. A lot of teams would kill for this guy. And, we expect everybody to be great in the season. Not everybody can be great, but he's still
presidential.
Alexei Lafreniere. Holy moly. Chris Campoli. Stromboli. Tyler Toffoli.
Get me a cannoli.
This kid at the age of 22 has flowered, has bloomed. After we thought this guy was going to be a bust-o-matic, and now he looks playing with such confidence. Looks very presidential, Jim.
Very presidential.
Needless to say, Vinny Trocheck. So presidential.
El Duce.
Oh, yeah, I'll say, yeah, that's right, Chef. I'll throw guacamole in that saying. Just above and beyond. I don't know how we ever lived without Ryan Strome. This was supposed to be just a lateral move. My favorite. That's my most hated saying is a lateral move.
A lateral move.
This guy
these are supposed to be the down years, the post Ryan Strome years.
Yes, only Strome could play with Panarin. You remember that?
Yes.
You remember that?
Yes.
I hate to use it because I know you don't like the word. Narrative.
The narrative.
It was the narrative.
It was the narrative.
Oh, Panarin can only play with Ryan. How ridiculous. How ridiculous. I mean, Ryan Strome and his 11 goals he got with Anaheim this year. Meanwhile, this guy puts up 120 points. Just phenomenal. And so Trocheck set stratosphere records on face-offs for the New York Rangers. I mean, this guy, he was fantastic.
58-7 on faceoffs.
Almost 60%, ladies and gentlemen. If that isn't presidential or Abraham Lincoln-esque numbers.
Lincoln was good on faceoffs.
What?
Lincoln was good on faceoffs.
He was. And he also said, never march uphill, me boys. Never march uphill, me boys. What about the great Artemi Panarin? Shoot first and ask questions later, President.
That's right.
The buck stops here.
President Panarin.
Now, listen, Ranger fans are going to say, well, he's got to overcome what happened.
Larry Fishgold with a classic Odd Couple reference.
Lincoln took too many penalties. Wow.
No,
Lincoln loved mayonnaise. It was a well-known
fact.
Yes. I have to say, just if I can make a bread pun, the toast of the town.
The toast of the town.
I mean,
he earned his dough. We needed him every step of the way.
And he was there. He was there. Every step. It didn't take. His second half was just as good as his first half. Every night. How many times did he have multiple game point streaks? I mean, like power play, shorthand, power play, and even strength.
Every night I wonder how he does it. How many bread references could we make?
I don't know.
There's about 5.
Unbelievable. Well, Chef, that's what Larry Brooks kind of hinted at, and we'll get to that in his thing. But you know what?
Don't tell me that stuff a year later.
Yeah. Why didn't he report it at the time? I would have believed it.
Tell me when Gallant's getting in his cab, leaving New York. Oh, he got fired because he yelled at Panarin in front of the whole locker room. He embarrassed the star of the team. Tell me it then. Why wait a year?
Yeah.
What is he, deep throat?
Yeah, I don't understand. You're the beat reporter for the team. You can't.
Right, you're not a whistleblower like years later coming out,
That's how it is, though, at the KGB. They're whistleblowers over there. They speak against the company. I enjoy, just El Presidente. What are they? De Commissar Artemi Panarin. Yes, 3:00 Sunday.
They've made that official, apparently.
I think it was official.
I just heard it.
In my brain. I think I saw it posted. Is it official? Like, who are your sources?
It makes sense if the Knicks are. I know the Knicks are officially playing at 7:00 Saturday night. So,
how does that work? I don't know much about basketball, but doesn't the basketball season start before the hockey season? Traditionally, maybe
I don't know, but they have some stupid play-in tournament too. I don't know. Basketball, it's stupid. It's a dumb sport.
They have like a play-in round or some shit.
Yeah, they have play-in round
racket or something. I don't know.
Oh, the NHL tweeted it. The game is on ESPN.
Oh, well, we get a break too from those two idiots.
Well, they'll still be on MSG. First round or first 2 rounds are on MSG.
Oh, it'll be duly broadcast?
I guess. I don't know. That's what they did last year. At least for the first round.
Well, I'll be watching the ESPN broadcast. I'd like to hear some good things about the Rangers.
The great Ray Ferraro.
Maybe I'm back to MSG. See? It was that quick. El Presidente Will Cooley, who had a very good rookie season. Led all rookies in hits. I I think he hit a kind of a wall, but he looked good in the last game and the last couple of games. But that's to be expected. I think he played 81 games this season, Jim. 81 games.
81.
Unbelievable. Chef, I am in a battle to the end. I am up by 2 points against my challenger. And we're going down to the final couple days in ESPN Fantasy with my team. So anyway, getting back to the topics, I think Will Cooley is going to be a very important player. He needs to bang, he needs to hit, and he needs to contribute. Not a lot, but just a little. Just a little. All right, who else we got? Well, we can't give Filipino. He may be returning. Who knows about that? But the third line center, wait, what do we got? Playoffs? What do we got here?
Islanders and Hurricanes Saturday at 5. Maple Leafs and Bruins.
It's already 3-0 Hurricanes.
Saturday at 8. Sunday at 12:30. Tampa and Florida, and then 3 o'clock. The main event. Everything else is prelim.
That's right. Well, I will say that Toronto-Boston will be a interesting matchup. Toronto's always a good watch. Boston's always a good watch. And you don't know which team's going to show up and stink.
It's preliminaries.
Okay.
Oh,
I'll give you that. I'll give you that. When you're El Presidente, those are like Senate races. Or
right. Mayorals.
Yeah, mayorals.
Those are town council meetings, basically.
And if you want to go you want to give Jimmy Veazey, I give him an El Presidente. I can't give El Presidente to Roslovic or Wenberg because they were like kind of late to the party. And, I got to give everybody El Presidente because they're really a team effort this year.
Even number 24? Number 24.
Capo Caco, listen, wasn't he injured too this season?
He was.
He's
still only 22, Joe.
I think he's defensively responsible. I think remember the Rangers had that little malaise, and you had thrown out some conjecture, which I think was copied by some beat reporter, that perhaps the reason they were kind of defensively a little bit lax was because they were missing Caco.
Speculation, just food for thought.
I think it was damn good presidential analysis.
Most people didn't agree with me, but that's okay. I don't care.
You know what? I'll give it El Presidente. I'll give an El Presidente to Brodzinski. The puck never goes Zinski. The guy he is what he is. He played a lot of games. How many games did he play, Johnny Nakaki?
50, 60?
Yeah. That is
57 games, 19 points.
That's a big chunk. Is he a superstar? No. But,
What about number 73? Does he get an El Presidente?
What do you mean?
Matt Rempe. Heartbeat.
I got thoughts on him. But here's my thoughts. He definitely deserves it because he added a dimension, added a emotional spark in that Winter Classic that just totally became a thing and has really elevated the crowd, which we all know the Garden crowd is waiting for bad things to happen. It cut down on the doom. Yes, impending doom. And the fact that his Rempe chance led to less Potvin sucks chance also was, the kid, you can't help but root for the kid. And I think he added that It's just a bonus to the season.
You know what? As a Ranger fan, we just haven't had a lot of guys like this that everybody's just taken to. Besides, outside the goaltenders and the superstars, we haven't had a lot of these type of guys. Folk hero type guys, captivating. The other night against Ottawa, Barclay Goodrow got chased from the faceoff dot. Rempe stepped in to take the faceoff. Place went crazy. They went crazy. He was taking a faceoff. It's the loudest cheer for a faceoff since June 14th, 1994. That is the loudest faceoff cheer you will ever hear. And then he won the faceoff. And he won it. Fans love him.
I don't even think people watch the play at the Garden. They're watching him. What he's doing. Who's he going after? Who's he going to try to hit?
I'm all for it. The fans love him. I love him. It's fun. He's on the ice. There's a
regular season. That's what you want.
Right. There's an audible buzz in the building when he lifts that 8-foot long leg over the side of the bench and steps onto the ice. There is a buzz throughout the crowd.
Yeah. I mean, for the regular season, and this is a regular season, may I remind you, every Ranger fan was like, why? Why am I going to root for this team? Because I really just got to wait to the playoffs to show any redemption from last year. Why am I going to watch? I got to sit through 82 games. Well, I'm not going to watch the first couple months. I'll catch up with them after the deadline. I heard a lot of that. So what an added. I mean, really just a surprise with the Rangers. I mean, you can talk about his play and all that stuff. I'm sure, if he wasn't the type of player, 1 goal and 1 assist in 17 games, we were like, get this bum out of here. But he brings such I can't even describe it. And like you said, an electricity with him, with the hits and all this stuff. That's what I want. It reminds me of I don't know. I mean, this shows you how old I am as far as like a baseball reference. You remember when the Mets got Craig Jeffries? Craig Jeffries came up.
Yeah.
He was hitting all over the place. It was like he's a phenom. He's going to be the greatest thing in the world. And it was such a pleasure to watch the games. I'm sure there are Yankees like that too, like Judge, stuff like that. To me, he's like a mini icon right now on the team. He definitely deserves a President Day. So I listen. The Rangers were, although we did complain a lot as usual. They were a team, a core, a locker room, a coach that you could love and like, that we grew to like and love. I mean, he seems like he's very invested in the players, in the games, and, it doesn't hurt to win, 55 games they won? So, yep. I mean, they had more points than any other team, Ranger team ever.
And I mean, you look at you think of the New York sports landscape right now. Madison, I mean, and baseball season is 3 weeks old, so forgive me if I'm not, I'm not ready to. I haven't caught Mets fever at 9-8, and I know the Yankees are off to a good start, but last year the Yankees finished 4th. The Mets missed the playoffs; they were terrible. The Jets were done. The Jets season was over 4 plays into the season. The Giants were done by week 4. So I mean, the Rangers and the Knicks, but I'm not paying attention to the Knicks because I don't. So to me, the Rangers saved the sports season as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, for you, I mean, and like guys like Rock who just watch hockey and stuff. But I will tell you,
anybody that if you don't follow basketball, and you're a Rangers fan and you root for the Giants or the Jets or the Mets or the Yankees, whoever, the Rangers were it. I mean, the Rangers gave you if the Rangers had come out of the gate 5-15, This would have been a long winter. A long winter.
Yep. And I even Gerard Gallant, the last 3 years of regular seasons, we have fucking been great. A lot of winning. And listen, I don't watch Knick games, but there's something that happens to Madison Square Garden when both the Knicks and Rangers are really good.
Right.
And the last time in '94, the Knicks were really good. There was a certain buzz around the Garden that when either team plays, it's like basketball fans who don't watch hockey. No, the Rangers are doing well, and the Rangers are getting closer and closer.
Right. Yeah, the great Anthony Mason showing up at Ranger games.
Right.
In Jersey, crowd would go nuts for him. I mean, even I remember that. And I'm not really a basketball fan, but it was a great Knicks team.
That's true.
They lost to Houston, right, in the finals that year. Yes. Houston.
And as Costa says, they only had 3. And I got to listen to Costa now, Jim. Because was it the last show? I poo-pooed him on his Jacob Trouba to the third pairing, saying they're not going to put $8 million captain on the third pairing. What are you, nuts? You belong in a nut house. And guess what? That's what they did. So I give you the kudos that you deserve, you Looney Tune.
Dismissed.
I'm dismissed?
There's an old one.
Yeah.
Well, you dismissed Costa.
Oh, I dismissed him. His
right.
Point of view.
Dismissed.
Colonel Klink, one of my favorite. The Commandant. He deserves a Commandant trophy. Colonel Klink. I like that he was head of a prison and it's Colonel Klink.
Right.
All right.
That's a great show.
Yes.
It was a great show.
So that's right. Diane, that's what really showed me, because a lot of times they play the guys who make the most money and they don't care. They don't care. The GM is in their ear. We can't do. This guy wants to win hockey games, and he's evaluating the players on their play, not on their position, the salaries, not in their positions in the hierarchy as far as leaders go. What's best for this team? So, of course, he deserves an El Presidente. And I would also say, Jim, and I don't like assistant coaches. Usually I think they're overrated and too heralded by Sam and Joe. But Michael Pekka, Dan Muse, and Phil Housley did an awesome job. The penalty kill was ranked 4th. The power play was ranked 4th. They did a tremendous job with the defensemen. The face-offs were better. That's a Pekka. Got to give them credit.
You could actually the difference that the assistant coaches made this year, it was something tangible. You could actually see it. You know what I mean? Previous years we've heard this one runs the power play. We've heard this one does the penalty kill. This one runs the defense. But I feel like the results this year from the assistant coaches were much more tangible than they've been in the years past.
Right. I totally agree with you there. We actually got to see it actually translate into play on the ice and statistics.
Right.
Dan Muse could be a vampire. Who knows? He's not from this world. I don't care.
I don't care.
And who else would we would be remiss without Benoit Allaire, an all-time Presidente, because he is just done a magnificent job with the goalies. I mean,
year in, year out.
They should give him a lifetime contract, and basically until he croaks.
You talked about Igor hitting a little bit of a slide. Rangers kind of eased his workload for about 2 weeks. Quick got a few more starts. Benoit Allaire worked with Igor. We didn't see it on MSG. We didn't hear about it on MSG. We had to watch the TNT broadcast to hear about that.
Right, yeah, of course.
They had video of Benoit Allaire working with Igor Shesterkin. Why the Rangers' own network didn't have that, I don't know, but that's another. That's
not relevant.
That's a battle I'll never win. A question I'll never get answered. But he worked with them, and they figured it out. Like you
They
said,
were producing that JB Smoove show.
Right.
They couldn't show that.
Too many betting commercials.
I mean,
speaking of basketball, did you see, and gambling, did you see that basketball? I don't know his name. There's some basketball player got banned for life. They caught him gambling, and I think he played for Toronto. He was banned for life from the NBA today.
Toronto has a basketball team?
Yes, they do. The Cutsies.
Oh, those are the Raptors.
The Raptors, right.
Was it Kevin Garnett? That was the last time I watched a basketball.
Kevin Garnett?
Oh, Jonte. What is Jonte?
Jonte Porter.
All right. I'm not going to go off on this, but I don't know why you're combining two first names to have one name. I don't get it. I don't get it. My friends have given me their take on it, but I really don't want to go down that road.
Apparently there was heavy gambling on games where people were making prop bets, like on him scoring very low, and he pulled himself out of those games. I don't know. So
maybe Mika. They should look into Mika. Maybe his goal totals were down.
But who would have thought the major sports all got into bed with gambling? Who would have thought this was going to happen besides everybody with a modicum of intelligence? Who would have thought?
Who would have thought? Well, I will say right now, I'm going to announce on this network that I am changing my name from Eddie to Jonte.
Jonte Geik?
Jonte Geik.
I like it. Jonte Geik.
It's got kind of a ring to it.
It does, actually.
Now, see, Michael, you keep talking about my guy. I actually like that guy. Yes, I know he looks a little creepy in that commercial, but if you ever watch the Juice Bar or some of his other betting shows, the guy actually knows his stuff. So I have to defend the man that could be creepy, could be a pedophile, I don't know, but he doesn't seem like that creepy. Jonte. Anyway, so everybody deserved their flowers, their presidential ball on the New York Rangers. I really can't think of anybody that I was completely disgusted with. We got to find out that guy's name. I'm the only one. Costa even saying, F the jukebox. I don't know. Everybody going against me. I don't care. I'm so happy. Just wait at me. I don't even care. The Rangers, I mean, this was so unexpected. I'm giddy as a schoolgirl, as they say. I mean, Jim, Costa, you think you're going to bet? You only part your money for regular things. Part with your money for regular things. You got a lot. You don't really have that much disposable income. There was this discussion. That's what Jonte was all about, apparently.
That's Jonte. Who else but Jonte?
Yeah. That's Jonte. All right. And, just everything. The fact that they used the minor leagues for the first time, and I don't even remember. There were so many guys brought up and given a look. Some didn't work out.
Like everybody contributed.
Yeah, it was an organizational effort.
There was a pipeline of sorts. You had Adam Edstrom filling in for a couple of games. You got Rempe, you got Zach Jones filling in nicely. Yeah. Anton Bleed filled in, right, for a game or two.
He came up for a couple of games.
Connor Mackey had
Brendan Hoffman had a couple of games too.
What's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of the word I'm looking for, but that game where he had a fight and the Rangers came back and won. It was a notable game. There were a lot of guys called up that, they got contributions from a lot of different people.
Louis Domingue.
Louis Domingue.
Right, Mike, that's a good one. Spicy pork came in. I mean, all these things add up.
It takes a village.
Oh, Jesus, don't quote her. But, listen, all of a sudden.
Well, she didn't create that saying.
Well, yeah, I don't know. Was it the other one? I don't know which one.
I don't know.
But
she didn't mean it anyway.
And so we should be extremely proud of the Rangers season. Now it's time to move on to bigger and better things. Let's get down to brass tacks. Let's get down to business. And I'm trying to. Jake Lecision? Is that who we're talking about? Yeah, I think he actually did play. Oh, Nick Bonino. I forgot about him.
Nick Bonino.
And the other guy. Who was the other guy we let go?
Blake Wheeler.
Oh, no, the other guy. Not Blake Wheeler. What was the other guy we sent down to Hartford that's still there? Tyler Pitlick. Thank you, Tony.
Potluck.
Tyler Potluck. Pitlick. Yes. Hey, it takes a village, as Jim said. They went through a lot of players. Yes, right now they're hacksawing Wheeler's leg off. Civil War amputation style.
They used 35 players and 3 goalies. That's a lot.
And
35 forwards and defensemen.
And I have to say, it's so good you have a coach. A lot of times when you're winning, you don't want to change the formula. You don't want to mess with and a lot of these guys were called up because of injuries or this and that, but it looked like in the preseason, I didn't know it at the time, but that he actually was serious about giving guys looks and evaluating them. Where I feel like they should evaluate the first 18 skaters and then say, okay, everybody's down in the minors.
Brendan Othman. We didn't mention him. Brandon Scanlon. Another one we didn't mention.
The Scan Man.
The Scandy Man.
The Scandy Man can. And Jim and Jonte Geik. That's what we go on the road as brother comics.
Right.
Jim and Jonte Geik. We mentioned Anton Bleed. The bald-headed assassin, Anton Bleed.
120 pounds, according to ESPN.
Yes. Still not changed.
Right.
He told me he gained weight. Heedle, too, Dal. Good one. It felt like, if you asked me about Philip, I couldn't even tell you if he played any games this year, but I know he did.
10
but
games.
It's so long. Michael Sikora, don't know if he played.
Adam,
sorry. Not the other ex-Devil loser. Riley Nash.
Nash played a game.
Usually you see when a team is losing, you see all these players play.
Right.
Like the Islanders. Oh, wait, the Islanders are a playoff team. I can't make fun of them. So I think we made our point. We all collectively have made the point that a lot of people were involved in this presidential trophy win, which was poo-pooed. And I will say right now, I love the jealousy, the envy. I drink your tears of jealousy and envy, Devils and Islander fans, because while the Rangers were winning the presidential trophy, you were at the Pebble facing off against each other, Cretin versus Cretin, moron versus moron, dope versus dope, chanting the Rangers suck. How stupid do you sound when you say the Rangers suck, but they're the presidential fucking president trophy.
And they're not in the building.
They're not even the big. You're obsessed with her. And I got to
Right.
quote the great Mandar, who texted me after somebody sent me that video. He says, we live rent-free in their minds.
Oh, absolutely.
They are obsessed.
Obsessed with the Rangers.
They are obsessed with us. They don't even care about their own team. They want us to lose. And now, right now, every Devil fan in creation and what's that kid guy's name there? Sammy Sosa. Who's the guy who did that podcast?
Oh, Sam Wu.
Sam Wu. It's like the Eye of Sauron now. Every Devil fan is going to watch every Ranger game and hope they lose. That's all their energy. They're not going to think about how do we fix our team? How do we get this fucking Travis Green out of here? This chinless loser, the ugliest coach I've seen in years. He looks like a mad ball. If you remember what those were. He's disgusting. They fired Lindy Ruff, and they got a worse coach.
He's old, he's tired, he's since been fired.
Yes. So instead of worrying about that, or if they can ever get a healthy season out of Jack Hughes or Dougie Hamilton, they're going to be focusing on us. And good. Good. Focus on it. We don't care. Because with every Ranger win, you're going to die a little inside. There he is. Travis Green live. There's a mad ball for you. He's got no chin. So I certainly, and the Islanders are going out. Carolina, I'm betting all my money on Carolina. No way. You heard it here first. What is going on? Well, who is this despondent orb? Get the fuck out of my chat room, you douche.
Pretty
You
sure
sound like a Devils fan.
it's a bot.
Oh, it's a bot. Oh, they're on Twitter wishing people get hurt. Wonderful. Wonderful human beings. I just want to say. And your wishes, I'm sure they come true. I'm sure your thoughts, God listens to you. You fuck. Your name is the Devils. God is not going to be with you if you believe in that kind of folklore. So go fuck yourself. Give me a break. So once they're out, so I guess rather than get sidetracked and pull a Devils fan by talking about I would like to talk about this playoffs. Oh, there's some other stories we can get to before the playoffs. Let's get back to what Chef brought up. He brought up this report by Larry Brooks during the week that last year, Gerard Gallant, GG, Mr. Chuckles, that Wascally Wabbit, called Artemi Panarin, called him out, yelled at the man. Jim, question 1. Issue 1. Does it matter?
Now? No.
Do you believe it?
It doesn't.
Maybe because it has no consequence now that it doesn't.
Honestly, it was one of those things I just read and went, meh, cares. It's over.
That's the way I look at it. Again, like we addressed it in the beginning of this program. Report on it then, Larry.
Yeah, where was the information a year ago?
Again.
Panarin's not going to talk about it, and Gallant is hiding up in Nova Scotia somewhere. So who's going to back it up? So it's nothing, as far as I'm concerned. Hello, Larry, by the way.
Hey, yeah, Larry, how are you, man? Hope you're feeling well. I mean, it's just this is like the same thing. You remember with the Buchnevich getting dressed down by Chris Drury, that rumor?
Right.
Why can't we just get a report by one of these guys sitting around in the practice areas, in the training camps? I understand they don't have access to the players. That's why Rick Carpinello got out of the game. who I was thinking about maybe asking to come on the show. And you don't really talk, but somebody, the training staff has got to know what's going on. Talk to an assistant coach. Apparently, these the John Giannones, they can't talk to the head coach. Well, I talked to assistant coach. I talked to assistant Zamboni driver. You know, it's always some fucking. They can't go straight to the source. Anyway, they couldn't find out if these happened or not and report it to us fans. Brian Boyle does a podcast. That Blueshirt's whatever podcast.
I didn't care. Whatever. I'm just glad Gohan's gone.
I don't see what impact it has unless he's trying to convey, well, things weren't so great for Artemi last year. Artemi had 92, 93 points last year. He had a good season. He just stunk it up in the playoffs. He only had like one goal. You know, but apparently we have, you know, a new Artemi Panarin. And I think it's basically because he shot more. He stopped at the passing.
Yeah, for sure. I think we are going to see a different Artemi Panarin this year.
I think so. I think in this first series, guys, I hate to say it, they're going to win this in 5. I really believe. I hope to God I don't have to eat my words at the end of this series. I really don't. But the Capitals really are not good. They were minus 37 in the goal differential. Ovechkin had a great second half. He's still going to be a pain in the ass. They don't score a lot. What the Rangers simply have to do is something that has been somewhat challenging, is getting the lead first. Once they get the lead, I think the Rangers are going to put it in cruise control. Despite what Sam and Joe are going to talk about Charlie Lindgren, he wasn't that good in the second half. He had a second half save of like around 908. He's not the greatest goalie in the world. The days of Nicholas Lidstrom, they don't have Kuznetsov. They've got Tom Wilson. Everybody's excited about the Tom Wilson Rempe. To me, I would sit Rempe off the bat because I feel like the fans are a little too crazy. The fans are too crazy. They want him in the lineup, but we got to see our best versus their best matchup off the bat. And if Tom Wilson starts taking liberties, it's a next game, then you answer the bell.
Yeah, there's enough guys on this team that aren't going to let him.
Cooley, you got good
Trocheck, Trouba. There's a different mentality now, I think. I don't avoid all that stuff. Just go out there and play hockey.
That's what I think. Is he going to injure one of our guys? Injuries happen no matter what. I mean, I'm not starting a guy who's going to play 6 minutes, if that, in a playoff game.
Right.
Just because Tom Wilson's got to go out there and score goals. He's not just a goon. This guy had 18 goals this season. He got suspended. They need him to play well. They can't afford him getting suspended. I say go with your best, see how it works. And then, and then kind of work him in. You got to go with your best. And listen, I love Rempe, but people are way too jazzed about him and Tom Wilson. I feel like it's a distraction from we just got to win the fucking game.
Right. Just go out there and play hockey.
I mean, I worry about some of these guys on the periphery for the Capitals more than I worry about the guys who's supposed to, like TJ Oshie. I already know that guy's going to be a pain in the fucking ass.
Oh, he always is.
He always is. You know? I mean, that's a guy, this Marchenko, Badenko, whatever his name is. I don't think they really have it. I mean, there's a reason they stuck in on the last. They got Dylan McElrath. I wish you had a McElrath jersey. The Flyers. So I certainly think, listen, the Caps, they got in. Oh, Beck Malenstein. That's the guy I'm thinking, Danny. Thank you. Of course, I butchered his name, Malstenko or something I said.
Free Malenstein?
Yeah, they'll be, they'll be those guys. But I think the Rangers, I mean, they are locked and loaded. I mean, they got arguably two great lines. Again, if they could shut down Ovechkin, who had a great second half, he wound up with 30 goals, the whole bit. But I always go with goaltending matchups, and the Rangers win this one by a light year. I mean, and I think the Rangers have something to prove. And I just think the Capitals kind of just fell into a playoff spot. So, I mean, that's how I feel about the series. Oh, I'm thinking about the Marchenko, that rookie. Wasn't he a rookie? Correctile dysfunction. Well, Jim, what do you think? I mean, am I too lofty?
No, I don't think you're too lofty at all.
But do you think
I think they're a better team. I think we got to go out there. They got to go out there and play the way they're capable of playing, and get this over with. Get this over with. We got bigger fish to fry.
Exactly.
You want to be El Presidente. You want to win it all. You got home ice throughout the playoffs.
Use it or lose it.
Go out there and get it done.
No, I just don't. They're going to try to play a defensive tight style and try to stifle the Rangers offense. And what you're going to need to beat that is to get to early leads and also get some goals from the third and fourth lines. You've got to have those guys in the playoffs that are unexpected guys. I don't think. I mean, the Rangers have beaten the Capitals before when they were in their heyday. They certainly did that. They just don't have a lot of firepower. And with our goalie playing the way he's playing, and in past playoffs, I felt like the Rangers would give up 50 shots a night with Shesterkin in that, and they were winning a lot of games. I can't see this Capital team generating more than 30 shots a night. Now we know Shesterkin, when he faces, lower shot totals, at least in the first half, he was a little suspect. I just don't think. I mean, there's a reason that we got the number one seed and they snuck in at the last moment. And yes, I agree. I think the most important thing, and everybody's hot on the Canes. It's their year. It's their year. Okay. Let it be.
Heard it before.
We heard it before. It's the Canes. This is a shit off the pot, get off the pot season for them.
Heard it 2 years ago.
4 or 5
They're the best
years.
team in hockey. Rangers were beating them 5-1 in Carolina, and Ray Ferraro's still telling me how Carolina's going to come back and win the game. All right, good.
I think Jim will concur with me, and I think most of the people. I want to fly under the radar. Let nobody take the Rangers seriously.
Right.
We watch the Rangers, and certainly you got to be proud of this team. I always said the barometer for me as a fan, at least at this advanced age, is, am I proud of the team I root for? And I'm proud of these guys. I'm proud of the coach. Chris Drury. I mean, although I think we had some discussion in the chat room earlier about the deadline acquisitions, because now they're starting again, I'll use the word, narrative that Jeff Gorton was a complete loser and that Chris Drury is somehow a genius. Now, I don't know how people get to these things. I think Jeff Gorton came out with a letter. In 2 years, the Rangers were fixed. I mean, they were a better team. Whether they got fired or not, whatever. That was a pretty short time for a rebuild. We've seen some teams that have been rebuilt for years. The Buffalo Sabres, the
Oilers,
the Salt Lake City Hammer Sharks,
the Yeti.
We've seen all these teams being rebuilt, and Rangers have won a lion's share of regular season games. As it come down to a Stanley Cup, as I went off on another thread over on the Blue Truth, you've got to enjoy something with this team. They've only won 4 cups in almost 100 years. If you don't find little joys and little happiness, I'm sorry. You got people out there, I'm not buying a Metropolitan Division shirt. Okay, it's not for me. I wouldn't buy one. But if it gives somebody happiness, go out and buy one. Have a party.
Absolutely.
But it doesn't mean anything. It means
sure
something
it does.
to another person. Doesn't make you less of a fan. Well, I'm not wearing a shirt until they win the Stanley Cup. Well, guess what?
You're going to be naked you might be naked for a long time.
Yeah.
You might be topless.
I don't understand. Somebody said it's a Yankee mentality. I don't know if it's a Yankee. I think it's just a 2024 mentality. It just, if you don't win the ultimate prize, it's an ultimate failure. I can't believe you hurt my feelings. It's an emotional fan base. Speaking of which, sorry, Jim, I'm going on here.
That's okay.
My friend Dave Vallone passed away at the age of 58. I'm bringing everybody down now. He was an Islander fan, but he was a very knowledgeable and he wouldn't be chanting Rangers suck at a
Devils game.
Right. He had a brain.
Unlike Sorry to hear about your friend, by the way.
What?
Sorry to hear about your friend.
Yeah. And so I was called upon on Sunday night on Stony Brook Radio to share my memories of Dave and stuff like that. And they asked me, I said, I'm on the Blueshirt Underground, and and they have this kind of there was a couple of Islander fans there, and they kind of think like we're cocky sons of bitches over here at the Rangers. And I said, you couldn't be more wrong. I go, we know our team better than anybody. We're more critical about our team. But I do say, and I told them on the show, there's an emotional component to this fan base that I don't get. And I don't know if it's the internet. I don't know if it's social media that I'm aware of this. But I tried to explain to them, and I don't think they really got it. But because they're old school, they're still on fucking terrestrial radio. So I mean, because at one time, I'm going to just veer off this. We used to get our news from the AP on a teletype. It would be like tick, 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 dot matrix printing, and you'd rip it off and be like, "Oh, Rangers just won 5-4." And then the AP. I mean, that's how long ago it was. And I don't think these guys, they're older dudes, so they're like, they didn't really understand that how emotional. And I'm emotional. I throw shit at the fucking TV, but I'm not going to take it personally if the Rangers lose. I got more shit to worry about in my life. And I don't have to have expectations of winning the Stanley Cup, sweeping every series. I know it ain't going to happen. I even have reservations about predicting the Rangers winning 5 games. You know how? Because I know it ain't so.
I only really get nuts during the regular season if they lose to the Islanders,
Columbus,
or the Devils.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't even talk about the game the other night. They were losing, what was it, 3-2 or 2-1 to the Islanders late.
Oh,
and I'm just
this team's a disgrace.
and I mean, and the shit's going through my head. Like I don't verbalize it, but it's going through my head. They're gonna lose this fucking game. They're gonna fall apart at the end of the season here. They're losing. This is all going through my head. They're pulling like the fucking Mets. I mean, first place every day. Then the last day of the season, they're gonna fall out of first place. They're gonna meet the fucking Islanders in the playoffs in the first round. They're gonna lose in the first round because they can't beat this team again. And then all of a sudden, Panarin scores. I screamed, and then everything was all right in the world again.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, we're back. The game's tied. We're gonna win this in overtime. It's like
some of these
but
threads, game threads, not ours, but other ones. This team's a loser. Fucking Coast is saying they don't have the killer instinct. He goes right to the greatest hits. Greatest hits. They don't put the pedal down.
Rock.
Yes. It's like we know Costa's not listening because wrestling's on right now. So
we're gonna start calling Rock Shakespeare just because he's quoted so much.
He's quoted by listen. I think
he's like Costa's Theodore Roosevelt.
Yes, and it's going to take a lot of luck to get to the finals again.
It always does.
I mean, it does. I mean, the last time the Rangers won the President's Trophy was the year they got knocked out in the finals, correct?
Right, against Tampa.
Yeah. Oh, you mean the semifinals?
That was the Eastern Conference Finals.
Oh, I meant okay.
They won the President's Trophy that year.
Say F you, we Greeks stick together, he says.
Right.
So, I don't know how you could be all in cup because that bar is too high. This isn't the right franchise for that.
You're in the wrong business.
You're in the wrong business. We love the Rangers for a multitude of reasons. Their winning is not one of them in the postseason. Tony Stanziano, he's constantly encouraging me. Yes, I do remember the Chief. He was beloved and hated at both times. But now we have Dancing Larry and Dancing Larry Brooks. So I'm looking for good things.
You know what I remember about the Chief?
Okay, tell me.
I met him at a game. I was young. I mean, obviously, I was young. He was an older man, and you get these fans like that. To me, they're how do you put it? To me, they're like they're on a pedestal. These fans that like a guy like him was there every night and leading the chants, and the crowd chanted at him. And to me, he was he was a legend. And then I read that book. What the hell is the name of the Ratso Sloman? On Thin Ice, Ratso Sloman. And there's a thing in there about him, and it just sounded like outside the Rangers, he lived such a sad life.
Yeah.
Very. Now I haven't read that book in 30 years, but I think I read that he lived very, very modestly because all his money went for his season tickets. He lived with his mother, if I remember correctly. Lived a very sad life and a very, I don't want to say poverty. But I just remember thinking that was so sad. but he was beloved.
Yes, he was. But he was like when I saw, first of all, he used to announce the games into a tape recorder, which was really weird. But that was just, he might have been mentally ill. Who knows? All of us are from watching this fucking team. And then, but then I remember at the tail end of the Chiefs year, the fans turned on him. They were like, you, fuck you.
Joe does that all the time. Joe will just call me up and he'll go, you, fuck you.
Yeah. I didn't understand it because God forbid you stand out and you're a little different, of course, in the blue seats in those days.
Right.
If you weren't a cigarette smoking fucking belligerent wacko, you didn't fit in.
I'll say it till the day I die. That's where I learned to be a fan, not just a
Ranger
fan.
That's
where I learned how to be a sports fan. I remember a group of guys. I remember sitting up in the blue seats, early '80s, And I remember a group of guys that stood the whole game. They weren't even like in the top of the blue seats. They were in the middle and they stood the whole game. And I just thought that was like the coolest thing. And there was one guy in the middle who led the chants, got everybody going. The guy's name was Mike. I actually got to meet him once too. And then I heard they took away his season tickets when there was, the transformation or whatever you want to call it, to be more family friendly or whatever.
Figures. They ruin everything, these corporations.
Yeah. I always wanted to reach out to that guy, but I was never able to find anybody that knew him. Anyway.
So we did that aside with the chief, and so.
There's one other thing I wanted to mention. There's two things I wanted to mention. The one thing is our good friend and longtime listener Peter Fox lives out. I believe he lives in California. We just wanted to say hello to him and his wife. They watch the show every week, and Mrs. Fox, I don't know her first name, but she's getting ready to head into surgery. She's been having some health problems, and her and Pete watch the show every week, and I just wanted to say hello to her. She said she loves when Eddie does impressions.
Really?
Yes.
What impressions do I do?
I don't know, but that's what she loves.
I
so
guess
if
maybe
you got one.
Wow. Cutter thinks it's Megan Fox. You caution. Cutter. Maybe I'll try to conjure up one.
You have a good Sean Connery impression, or
I can't do Sean Connery. I can't do it.
I don't know.
I was doing Bob Murphy the other day. Oh, I guess Howard Cosell is about
that. That's one of you. Yeah.
I feel I'm on the spot now. I won't be.
All right. He's on the spot. He'll break it out.
But I hope everything's a success.
Mrs. Fox, we hope you're doing well. We hope you're watching. Hope all goes well. Hope the Rangers win some games.
Yes, man.
I hope Pete.
Thanks for everybody happy.
And I'm going to throw this out there because it looks like things may be lining up. Now that we know that game 1 is Sunday, I'm going to just throw this out there that next Saturday, which is April 27th, and we don't know what time yet, but I would start making your plans for a potential viewing party next Saturday. First playoff one we've had in a long time. We know the opponent. We're pretty sure it looks like game 4 because they play every other day. Game 4 should be Saturday down in D.C. McHale's has already confirmed to us that they want us. So let's do it.
All right.
So next Saturday, we'll as I was hoping they'd maybe put out a full schedule tonight, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen yet.
What a garage league.
So far, they've only announced game 1. Yeah, it's still just game 1. But next Saturday, let's plan on it. Hopefully, it's an afternoon game, like 3, 4 o'clock. That would work out nicely to get everybody into the city.
Also, I want to remind you guys, if you want to see the post-game shows the day after the game, you've got to be a Patreon member. We're not going to be in the playoffs. Playoffs? I can't say it without saying it. We are only doing them for people who've helped us out all year round. You listen, I'm all for doing free shows up the wazoo, but we've done 82 games, probably done 100 shows over the season. So we're just saying we're not going to, if you want exclusive content the day after a Ranger win, become a Patreon member. It's only like $1 a month. I mean, that's nothing. I mean, you can't go to McDonald's without spending $12. So,
right. And that's all it takes is $1 a month.
Yeah, that's it. And you'll get to live and die on the ecstasy and the misery of us.
Right.
Now, we will be doing shows, but probably wrap-up shows of series as we march our way to the Stanley Cup. So please, if you haven't signed up, do it, because I want us to all collectively feel this and go through this together. And the money, it's not like me and Jim, I'm going out and buying a fucking Lexus with this money.
Right.
This money goes right back in to the prizes Jim gets, to the giveaways of jerseys. These Ranger jerseys cost $200 plus. I won't even buy one, but we have one at every fucking viewing party to give away. So
now I don't know if we'll have one at the playoff viewing party. I was thinking maybe we could do like a 50-50. Somebody will go home with cash. We'll have a couple of raffle prizes, maybe small stuff. I don't know if we'll do a jersey, but we'll see.
It's short notice. So, I'm just saying, if you want to enjoy the content of the playoffs, which is going to be crazy, Jim is going to be 10 times crazier, and I'm going to be 10 times crazier, and I'm sure all of you are going to be 10 times crazier. And I'm sure we'll allow you on the air to voice your opinions and just say what's on your mind. There is no other program. I feel like I'm doing a PBS spot here. There is no other You're watching the best of Paul Simon right now. There's nowhere else you're going to see.
We'll get back to Sinatra A Life in just a moment.
Right. There's nobody else is taking video calls. Nobody else is talking about the people in the chat room. You even get a chat room when you go in these other broadcasts, these podcasts. They all suck compared to us. There's a couple guys we like. I like what they do, but it's just nothing compared to this. So just subscribe so you can be part of it.
Avery is texting me from South Carolina. She's in college right now, and she wants to know what's going on with the viewing party. She's going to come home early from school. She's going to take her finals from home online so that she can make it into the city for the viewing party.
Phenomenal.
And like Eddie was saying, the money that we collect, it goes back into the show. Either it goes towards viewing party prizes. It also pays our subscription. We spend, several $100s a year to do this show for you guys. There's a Restream isn't free. Podbean isn't free. So, that enables us to stay on the air. Like Eddie used to say, keep us on the air forever.
Right. I mean,
that's what we do with it. And what happens is if you sign up for Patreon, if you're on Facebook, we add you to our Patreon only Facebook group. So you're in there where we post some content in there, but then the shows we're going to do on YouTube, but they'll be unlisted. So the only way to get there is with a link, which I'll email everybody before we go live. You'll know about it because it's only for, you got to have the link to join the show. So that way everybody can't see it. Only those who support us will get the link.
Cutter, $12 a year. You cannot. You're buying all these hooky-for-looky hockey cards that are worth shit at the dollar store. You can't pony up $12. Okay, maybe you're destitute. I don't know. Okay, so you got that. Plus, I'm gonna be away. I'm not even gonna be home for the first game. I'm gonna be in Atlantic City with the High Rollers, with the what's this guy, John Tay?
John Tay?
Yeah, me and John Tay guy. John Tay, we're gonna be betting, and I'm gonna do it from a laptop. A lot of times I watch these games at my friend's house, and then I gotta run home, and I'm gonna be doing that. So it's hard to it's hard to there's a lot of effort goes into this just in time. So
plus,
please, I want you to be a part of the whole thing.
Mark Schiraldi just signed up. Good for you, Mark.
Mark, you
joining up.
freaking
I love it. Mark Schiraldi. Emails coming in, flowing. It's like,
let's wish good good vibes and fingers crossed for Patty Duke's mom, who was in an accident, which is horrible.
Hope she's okay.
I hope she's okay. He's Canadian. He's poor.
I lost my. I forgot what I was going to say.
We were doing the whole spiel about the Patreon. Thank you, Mark.
Yes, thank you, Mark.
Tracy
You are
is signed up as well from
fantastic.
Arizona. The
Thank you,
Arizona
Tracy.
did
Tracy's already in, aren't you? Tracy's long time.
That's what I
supporter.
thought. I don't know. I don't keep up with finances. But
So-
Tracy has been part of the Arizona. I wonder if she is crying many tears that the Coyotes are moving to Salt Lake City. Let's not even get into that. By the
Nah.
way, I heard the coaster from the lectern went over very well. Darwin Bushman, Dr. B, said it was some of the best internet he's ever watched.
Everybody loved it.
It was great.
Costa's in the Patreon, so you get to hobnob with him.
He's a man. He's a man. He's a man. That's all I could say. And George Van Horn, thank you so much.
Thank you, George.
Big
We
Mac
appreciate
combo
it.
was $12 in Toronto now. Yeesh.
Wow.
That's a lot of fish nagels.
That
Was
is. For a
$6?
Big Mac?
Was that $6 American?
For a Big Mac with the hamburgers this big now?
Stop printing that funny Looney Tune.
Diane Eck signed up. Look at this.
Diane, we love you. And Diane came to us from
I'm going to sing The Impossible Dream in a minute here. Or no, what was it, Jerry Lewis? You'll Never Walk Alone. That's what it was.
Never Walk Alone.
An ironic song for people that can't walk. He sang it at the end of every
Thank you so much, Diane. I feel like we are doing a PBS thing. We should have people in the phones working a phone bank behind us.
Right.
You have like Costa pick it up. Oh, I always wanted to talk to you, Costa. You know how they used to have the celebrities, like these minor celebrities back there.
Right.
So thank you so much, everybody.
Mike Lakem has signed up. Look at that. What a night.
What a night. You know what it is? When I put my heart on the line, because Jim usually does all this heavy work. I never, but I really feel like if you're going to be a part of this, Bath 0789 just signed up. The Bath man or woman, we don't know. He's got that medal. That's what I like, bro.
Phone's ringing off the hook.
Look, the phone banks. The phones are busy now. If you want to come back to Sinatra Alive.
New whole body deodorant. Whenever I get back from a run or a building workout, there's something that I noticed.
Oh, an old card was in the system.
Oh, okay.
See, our head of
ringing off the hook.
Unbelievable. Yeah, that's right. We should go to Rosengarten.
Lines are busy. Please keep calling. Remember they used to say
Yeah,
that?
they used to say
If the
that.
phones are busy, please keep calling.
You should get the drum roll. You got the drum roll? I'll be like, Rosengarten. As a Tony Orlando would go on the New York MDA telephone and go, Rosengarten. At least 2 million.
Brian Andrew. That must be Bath, I'm guessing.
Well, New York, you came through $2 million.
Okay, for those of you that are here in the chat and have just signed up, if you're on Facebook, make sure we're friends so that I can add you to the group. I'll be looking through this either later tonight or tomorrow to make sure you're all in the group. We want to get you in there. If you're not on Facebook, that's okay. We'll still reach out to you via email with the email you signed up for so that you'll know about our playoff shows.
Now,
but
Jim,
thank you to everybody. Eddie, this was the I mean, we've been on Patreon now for like 12 years. This was the best pledge drive we've ever had. You were passionate. I think it was your impassioned plea.
I genuinely want to share all this experience with all of you. Like that's really where it came from. It didn't come from any kind of like because I was thinking about it. We have to give back to the people that make the show possible.
Right. I mean,
I love when I meet people and they say, "Oh, I watch this show." I remember I told you the time my father met a guy, and the guy was like, "I watch your son's show. You know him?" And my father's like, "Yeah, I'm his father."
Right.
It was like the proudest moment my father ever had of me. He's like, "Oh, wow." And I was like, "Well, you watch the show, but you're not a supporter." So, well, we may not get any money in Eurotrash if you pledge $1 if you think it's our year. But hey, it could happen. All right, let's move on to bigger and better stuff. Jim told me that these two guys are popular. We're going to go to those clips that I sent you, Jim.
Oh.
Unless you want to get something else.
No, I got to pull it back up. That's all. Stupid link. Okay.
All right. Now, I don't know who these guys are. I consider myself somewhat of a expert on comedy. And I didn't think this was funny. I felt it was contrived. But Jim told me these guys are popular.
They're popular. That doesn't necessarily mean they're for some reason. It doesn't mean they're funny. I don't know.
And this was on the MSG channel.
Hey, Dad, since the Rangers are in the playoffs, how about you try to pronounce some of the players' names?
Joe, I know how to pronounce their name.
First one.
Yeah, that's Artemi Panarin. Igor Shesterkin. Yeah, that's Alexis Lafreniere.
Oh, my God. Definitely going to butcher this one.
Capo Keiko.
Yep, there it is. Hey, Dad, since the Rangers are in the playoffs.
Josh Kimball. Oh, Jesus Christ, not these assholes. I had no idea they were Ranger fans.
Who are they?
That seems so fake. I don't know. Like I said, they used to do, I think they used to do like Instagram videos or something like that, where the son would be talking to the father in like a FaceTime type conversation. And now they're doing Gillette commercials in the same style. Like the son's on the phone with the father and the father's shaving or something. I don't find them funny at all. I mean, it's like one of those things that like the first time you see it, it's funny, but then the whole thing seems, like you said, fake. It seems contrived.
All right, some people are
Danny McGillicuddy. Thank you.
Danny McGillicuddy.
Step
man is having
John
back
Pacini
surgery and he can afford it.
It was Instagram. They're douchebags.
Yeah, I don't get it. Like, how does he follow the Rangers all year and not know their names? Like, I don't know of these guys. I go, this is so scripted and so unfunny. Why does that? How come Costa's speech from the lectern doesn't get on MSG Network?
Right. Why isn't that viral?
How can him falling?
It's feral, not viral.
He's feral, not viral.
Costa goes feral. He doesn't go viral.
I found that totally unfunny, and I was like, what is that doing here? So I don't know. I don't know who those guys are. Well,
when we butcher names, it's for real. We
do
it all the time.
I say because I can't think of the real name. It just takes too long to get to my brain, so I just splatter out something, just spew out something.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. These guys are dopes. Thank God you guys confirmed my thoughts. So the other video I said, Jim, I want to revisit. It's a long video, so we'll certainly stop it. But it's the highlights of this year for the Rangers, the New York Rangers. And we can enjoy that. Maybe stop and comment if we want to. Whatever Jim decides.
Start from the beginning, right?
Yeah.
Right.
It's chronological.
Accidental.
Slavic.
Remember that one.
Jim, I wanted to mention on that road trip when they went 5 for 5.
Yes.
That was massively impressive at the time.
It was.
I mean, that really, I felt, wow, the Rangers have done something they never do. And all those teams at the time, and some of them turned out to be really good.
Right.
Like Vancouver and Winnipeg. They had really good seasons. That showed me that this team might be, again, I didn't want to fool myself, but that was a real statement road trip.
Yes, it was. Absolutely.
This Bob Wischusen, he did the game on on ESPN the other night or whatever, TBS, TNT.
Yeah.
He is the worst
ESPN.
announcer. How many times did he say blue paint in that game?
Yeah,
There was no blue paint in hockey.
He likes that phrase.
Oh, he likes a lot. He's the voice of losing. He's the Jets radio announcer. I've
Way
heard
too
more.
excited when the Islanders scored too, by the way.
Yes, he is a dope. Dope.
He's
Go
the
on.
voice of losing.
He is. The butt fumble I heard on the radio. Every Jet catastrophe I've heard on the radio because I never watch them. Petey wants to know, how do you sign up for the Patreon?
Let me give you the link.
Everybody's
It's
feeling
right,
good.
it's right at the bottom of the screen, but I'll type it in the chat anyway.
Thank you, Cutter.
And thank you to Philip Kerpiel. He just signed up for Patreon.
Thank you,
Deanna
Phil.
Lindsay just signed up for Patreon.
Bill Lindsay, former Florida Panther.
Deanna Lindsay.
Thank you, Deanna.
What a night.
This is a crazy. And I keep showing these highlights. Everybody's
right.
Checker. Now the Rangers find themselves a little bit of.
Oh, I know what I wanted to mention before. By the way, Patreon members, you know, if they're the Rangers, now again, things have to line up right. The Rangers will need a deep run in the playoffs, and in May, I'll be in Las Vegas, and Patreon members know what that means. You get a Fremont Street recap. Which are two of the most classic recaps we've ever had. I literally just walked from one end of Fremont Street to the other, talking to people. The Rangers had won both games. We went on Fremont Street and did see, John Riggs knows. Oh, they were great. Half in the bag, Fremont Street.
I'm laughing at Danny. Danny says, when do I get my Easter Seal addresses stickers for joining Patreon? You get green stamps, too.
Green stamps. We'll send you the book. You save up for a canoe.
So you get Fremont
Stick went
green
down.
stamps as well.
If it works out, we're going Memorial Day weekend. So this is one of the greatest moments of my fandom.
I have to say, too, Jim.
This
We
game.
didn't even talk about this. This was another El Presidente moment.
I mean, this game I will take to my grave. I could be 97 years old and God help me suffering from all kinds of dementia, but I'll never forget this game. This one I will take with me.
That's what it says. The chat room is saying that.
Oh, maybe too much of the YouTube there. Too
Could
many
be.
NHL highlights.
Yeah, I think they probably nabbed us.
Oh,
maybe Sam Wool reported us.
That's just another YouTube. Oh, whatever. Can you hear us? Are we on now? Did we just let that go too long? I guess,
yeah.
Jeez, I never even thought that was possible.
I thought they kind of done away with this.
Right. I mean,
Let
me see. Stream unavailable. Stream suspended for policy violations. Wow.
Oh, we've been suspended. Paul Gaduzzi reported us.
Wow.
It's still live on Twitch, though.
Still live on Twitch. So what did they do? Just take it? Did they put us back, or I mean, what?
I think we're done. So
that's bullshit.
Wow.
All right, are we still on Facebook?
Are we on Facebook, ladies and gentlemen? I don't know.
I'm
at least we got that Patreon money.
We're still available on Facebook.
We're still available on Facebook. That's all you can. Maybe you can tap in the chat room. Ray Ferraro pulled the plug.
Wow, how dare they?
How dare they? We're having a good old time here, and they cut us off, just like everything. No fun.
Well, you can still find us on Twitter, too. We're still there.
Yeah. You can find us on Twitter.
The least they could do is let us back on.
Well, we can't schedule another show or anything till we...
We'd have to stop and then go live again.
Maybe we'll just call it a night. We're almost right up against 2 hours anyway.
Yeah, but now I'm feeling. Now I want to be defiant.
Oh, don't worry.
Oh, wait, we're back on.
We're back on.
We're back on. Oh, yeah, we're back. We're back on YouTube.
Type in the chat room. All right, George is with us. Well, apparently they got to us about the over 10 minutes of other content. Well, we're having too much fun.
It's already. I don't understand why it's if it's already on YouTube and then we show it on YouTube. Why is that a problem?
I think because somebody
generated YouTube.
I know, but somebody generated that content and maybe they're making money off of it or something, and we're using it with it. I mean, it's stupid, but that's what I'm assuming is the problem.
It was made by the NHL.
Somebody
promoting their game.
Reported us.
Oh well, we're back.
Anyway, we're back, and we were enjoying the Rangers' successes, but really, it's going to come down to Sunday. Now, in the Saturday prelim, Bill, when's the first game? The Bruins, Toronto first.
Islanders, Carolina, 5 p.m. Saturday.
Oh,
Boston and Toronto are at 8 p.m. Tampa Bay and Florida are Sunday, and then the Rangers at 3 o'clock.
Okay. Oh, wait. Mark Schiraldi got a YouTube violation of what? You can't get a violation for watching somebody.
What'd you get a YouTube violation? Oh, God, we're taking everybody down with us.
Uh-oh. It was Kelly Sutherland with the bad call. So I have no idea. Whatever. We will succeed where others have failed. We will go on. So it's Sunday. We'll be back on our unlisted. Hopefully we could show some clips. We did run that clip a little bit long, so it's
okay. I didn't even realize that was an NHL clip. I thought somebody made that. I didn't realize that was
I think I grabbed that from Sportsnet or one of those things. Or NHL clips, yes, it was. Yeah.
Oh well.
Okay.
So yeah, for those of you on Patreon, we'll see you Monday night.
Yeah. Take no prisoners. Chef, you're right. Let's just crush this team. Dispose of them. Dispatch them.
And let's plan on getting together Saturday the 27th at McHale's. What? Why? What'd you get a YouTube violation for? For watching a YouTube video of a YouTube video?
I mean, this is ridiculous.
I hope I'm not getting these people thrown off YouTube.
No, but I mean, it's not like we're live streaming a live event like we're at the game broadcasting.
How come some Schmendrick in Pittsburgh can sit there with the fucking Penguins game on with the audio playing in the background while he announces the game? And we show a video that NHL puts on YouTube and we show it. It's not like we took credit for it.
Fuck that.
Fucking bullshit.
All right. We got bigger fish to fry than YouTube. We got to beat those Capitals. And we need to get out to leads. It's all about the leads. It's like from Glengarry Glen Ross. It's all about the leads. If you don't have the leads, you don't have nothing. The leads are weak. No, you are weak. Hey, you with the coffee. Coffee is for closers. ABC. Always be closing. Always be leading. That's ABL for the Rangers.
Scott Goldberg. Thank you for
Scott.
signing up.
Thank you, Scott. So much. I appreciate it.
Nick DeCristo, I hope we'll see you next Saturday.
Yeah, let's go, man. Let's fucking do
Matty
it.
Duke, I hope we get to see you. I know the Johnnards will be there. Costa will be there. Matt Zanobi has already planned his plane ticket.
He is the celestial being from Columbus, Ohio. Why I said that, I have no idea. Scott! That's true, George. They are pissed because we are El Presidente, the presidents.
Right. Wow,
All right.
that would be great. See your brother and Jen. We haven't seen them in a long time.
I haven't seen them in a dog's dick. So yeah, it's Jeff, you've gotten so many YouTube violations. You got violations for having no views on your videos, which nobody can do. But I dig you all. I thank you for the support. The Patreon is just phenomenal.
You guys are awesome.
I can afford that Lexus now, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm gonna buy more chairs. Let's go, Rangers!
Let's do it!
It all starts Sunday. The anxiety, the pain, the anguish.
No fooling around, Jim. Just nail him. Kill.
I'm with you, baby.
All right.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for being here tonight. Thank you to YouTube. Thank you, Facebook. Thank you, Twitch, Twitter. Hundreds and hundreds of people in here tonight.
See some of you at Rock's Positivity Hour. Yes. Don't worry. We are going to roll.
Nothing but celebratory here tonight because this is to be enjoyed. All right. We love you guys. We'll see you soon. Take care. Eddie, always a pleasure.
Let's roll.
Subscribe to the show. We love you. Good night, everybody.
Good night.